Slice of Sci-Fi.
Hello and hi, welcome to more Slice of Sci-Fi, or specifically, another episode of Slice of Sci-Fi TV. I'm Summer Brooks, and this is a different sort of story because this is a rant. A rant I have about television that doesn't really fit into the regular Slice of Sci-Fi discussions. So, this is going to be an interesting little dive that combines science fiction, horror, and sports. So, hang on. Broad strokes, this is the story of my television journey from Fubo to Hulu Live TV and back to Fubo. Yeah, I did that. For all my interests and expertise in science fiction and horror entertainment, I am also a huge sports fan. And Fubo, a couple years ago, seemed to be the perfect solution for me. I already had Disney and Max bundle through regular Hulu, but I didn't have the breadth of sporting events that I wanted. So I chose Fubo. And I was a subscriber for Fubo for about 2 years until about, I'm going to say January 2025. So when I first signed up for Fubo in 2023, they had already lost the rights to all of the Warner Brothers channels. But they still had the Discovery channels. So when I joined, I could still watch, Science Channel, Food Network, Discovery Channel, Investigation Discovery, and I was fine with that. There wasn't a whole lot on TNT or TBS that I needed to see. So I thought I was good. 2024, Fubo underwent a few other changes, some good, some bad. First, the regional sports network for the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia area is MASN. And where I currently live is actually part of MASN's home area. So I should be able to watch MASN again, and that means I can watch my Orioles again all the time, which is a good thing for me. Yes, the Orioles are an up and down kind of team. Years and years of Orioles pain that I will not go into, but it's matched by years and years of Mets pain. So, yeah, I'm used to it. Mets fans, Jets fans, same boat. Anyway. So watching the Orioles again in 2024 was fun for me. Fall of 2024, however, is when I'm guessing the final merger details between Warner Brothers and Discovery happen, because those Discovery channels that I was watching were finally removed. So I had no more Science Channel, no more Food Network. I was mildly annoyed. But a lot of those shows started populating on Max. And since the shows on Food Network I was watching were, Barbecue Brawl and Beat Bobby Flay, who needs to watch those live anymore? Seriously. They're on Max. I'm good. The problem I had is that in January of 2025, Fubo also lost the rights to the Universo channels, which are the handful of Spanish language networks, one of which includes TUDN, which is like ESPN for Mexico. And it was my best main source to watch Liga MX soccer, because nobody else in North America airs as much Liga MX soccer as TUDN, and losing that channel annoyed me highly. I mean, pissed me off, basically. Now, FS1 and FS2 will sometimes air Liga MX games, like one game a week, instead of the 12 I should be seeing. Very, very, very annoying for me. The bad part about it is that over the course of the 2 years I was subscribed to Fubo, they lost, not even 2 years, about a 10-month window, they lost 45 channels. They added a whole bunch of free channels, which, big deal, I can get those on the Roku channels for free, so I don't need them on Fubo. Thank you very much. And half of them have their own apps anyway, which I can also get through Roku. But my Fubo bill did not change. So I lost all the Discovery networks. I lost I never had all of the Warner Brothers networks. And now I've lost the NBC Universo networks. But my bill stayed the same? Are you kidding me? So, yeah, I watch a lot of TV, but there are shows on Discovery and some of the Warner Brothers networks, like Cartoon Network, that I would watch for Slice of Sci-Fi. And I thought that losing TUDN would be the straw that broke my camel's back. So in February 2025, I made the choice to drop Fubo and try out Hulu Plus Live TV, since I was already a Hulu subscriber. And I had seen some news articles about Fubo's lawsuit against the streaming sports network that Fox and ESPN and WB were going to create Venue, and then Venue died, so that became a moot point. But not long after that, I saw news that Fubo and Hulu Live TV were going to merge, where at the end of the day, Disney would own 70% of Fubo. I thought that was weird, but I let it go and decided to try my live channels with Hulu Live TV. I lasted all of 3 months. And I can officially say, without reservation and after much experimentation, I hate Hulu plus Live TV. I hate it. I hate it with just disdain I haven't felt in years, okay? First issue. There's no way to get Hulu plus Live TV without also subscribing to ESPN Plus. Even though I am a sports fan, ESPN Plus is a waste of my time, because other than weekend UFC and Sunday Night Baseball, all of which are on the main ESPN channel, by the way, I don't watch anything on ESPN anymore. And ESPN Plus is a waste of my time. Okay, I should correct that. The only shows I watched, I would make a habit of tuning in to Pardon the Interruption, and every now and then I would tune in to Around the Horn. Around the Horn has been canceled. PTI is still around, but that's all I watch ESPN for. PTI, UFC, and Sunday Night Baseball. That's it. Okay, so ESPN Plus is a waste of my time. Second issue. The navigation of Hulu's live channel guide is horrible. It's not, it doesn't even count as rudimentary. Okay? The channel guides on Roku Live and Tubi make Hulu's live channel guide look like a drunk college student's afterthought project. It doesn't muster something people looking for entertainment would pay for. It's a hot mess. You can't navigate cleanly from the show you're watching back to the guide. You can't see what's coming up more than a little ways ahead. And if you scroll ahead, it doesn't bounce you back when you pop out of the guide. Who thought that was a good idea? And at least with Fubo, it will take you back to the guide where you left off scrolling. That's handy for me. And the timeout for viewing, I could never figure out what that timeout window was. Because with Hulu Live TV, if I'm on a channel and I have it just as background noise, I'm not going to interact with the show or the channel or the menu. And it won't even ask you if it's like, hey, are you still watching this? Like Netflix will. At least not that I saw. But I don't know if it's 3 hours or 4 hours, but it will just quit Hulu. Not drop you out of the live guide and go back to the Hulu homepage. It will drop you out of Hulu entirely. Who thought that was a good idea? So if Hulu Live TV does ask you if you're still watching and I just missed it, somebody let me know. But still, not cool. Third issue. Fubo will continue playing the channel you are watching in the background if you pop out to browse the channel guide, but also if you pop out to other sections like categories or my stuff. Hulu Live TV will continue playing that show in the background if you're in the channel guide. But if you pop out of the channel guide to the category section or whatever, it will stop playing whatever was on. So if I'm watching like a ball game live and I want to check some other stuff, like you have to go to the separate sports section to see what other sports are coming up in the future. That's how Hulu's live TV sports thing works. You have to go to the sports section to see what's coming up in other sports. And it will drop you out of whatever you're watching. Who thought that was a good idea? I don't know, but it wasn't. Fourth issue. The baseball blackout rules seem to be arbitrary, at least for where I am currently. The Piedmont Triad area. This area is currently considered part of the Baltimore Orioles and Washington Nationals viewing area, but it's also considered part of the Atlanta Braves viewing area. But a lot of games with both those teams, the Orioles or the Braves, were blacked out for me on MLB Network or on TBS. Now, I was under the impression that TBS's games were national broadcasts and the blackout rules did not apply to them. I may be wrong, apparently, because those blackouts happened and I just don't get it. Now, one person at Hulu Support suggested that the TBS games were blacked out because they were on FanDuel Sports South or FanDuel Sports Southeast. Those channels were not in my guide. They should have been, but they were not. And on Hulu Live TV, Masson is not available. So apparently any Orioles games that were playing on Masson that were also playing on MLB Network or TBS, I could not watch for blackout reasons that should not have applied to me, but okay. So yeah, games that I should have been able to watch were unavailable, whether they were on TBS, MLB Network, or even Fox, like the main Fox affiliate in the area. Games were blacked out that I should have been able to watch. So Hulu does not have their act together when it comes to the FanDuel Sports networks. Basically, they took over the Bally Sports regional networks. They aren't doing that correctly. They're not even giving me those channels. So that's, that's a thing. Fifth issue. My favorite sports are baseball and soccer. And coverage for those sports on Hulu plus Live TV are nowhere near as comprehensive as they were on Fubo. All right. ESPN Plus gives me nothing in terms of international soccer or multiple choices of baseball games. Okay. ESPN and ESPN Plus were giving me pickleball and cornhole. Seriously? At least on Masson, I was getting World Chase Tag. Dude. One more reason to not enjoy ESPN and ESPN Plus ever again. Sixth issue. Recording stuff from Hulu Live is absolutely atrocious. Picking shows and teams to record is ridiculously problematic. If I set it to record an episode of a show, say I want to record an episode of CSI Miami on Charge Network or an episode of The Closer on Start TV, no problem. It'll record that episode. However, if I watch that episode later, when I want to watch a couple days later or whatever, and I delete it, the next time that episode reruns, it will record it. So I have to physically go into that episode in the guide the next time it displays, the next time it comes around, and turn off record. So it won't re-record that same episode. Okay? Never had that problem on Fubo. Ever. For sports, it is even worse. Let's say on Fubo, I said, hey, record Chelsea for me. Fubo says, no problem. It will record Chelsea games in Premier League. It will record Chelsea games for the UEFA tournaments. Anytime Chelsea as a team shows up in an event, it will automatically record them. On Hulu Live TV, it's not that smart. I have to go in, I have to choose English Premier League, then choose Chelsea. I have to go into all of the different tournaments, like Champions League, and pick Chelsea in those, or else it won't do it. It absolutely will not record unless I choose that instance of Chelsea under all of the different UEFA leagues, Europa League, Champions League, all of them. It doesn't make sense. All right, seriously, how can Hulu Live TV get that wrong and Fubo get that so right? Yeah, that still makes me upset because it doesn't make any sense. It absolutely does not make any sense. And it's worse for the Liga MX teams and the MLS teams because you have to individually choose the teams in all the tournaments. So there's 3 different CONCACAF tournaments in addition to MLS and Liga MX? Really? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I forgot about this. Recording on Fubo is very generous. Let's say I'm flipping through the guide and I see a show or a movie. Like, hey, I wanted to see that, but I'm missing it. I can select it and select record. And it will record that item, whether it be a show or a movie or a game, from the beginning. Hulu Live TV can't handle that. So if I tune into a game like an hour in and I hit record, it will start recording from where I started watching. All right. If I tune into a show, I've missed the first 20 minutes of it, and I hit record, it will not include the 20 minutes that I missed. It will start recording from that second I tuned in. What's the purpose of recording again? So yeah, I don't know if that's a fail on Hulu's part or advanced magic on Fubo's part, but I loved it. Like if I went to a game, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot this game was coming on. And I hit record an hour in, it would start recording. Or I could hit, watch from the beginning. I could actually go to the game live and hit watch from the start, and it would pop me back to the beginning of the game. So it's like watching the game live, meaning like I can scroll really fast, fast forward through halftime, which is kind of funny. And eventually I will watch the whole game and I not have to record it because it's right there. Hulu Live TV also has a limited back catalog of games that were previously on, like maybe 2 or 3 days. There are some games that are played on Fubo that are available a week or 2 later without me recording them. They're just there. It's like, hey, did you miss that game 2 weeks ago with Cruz Azul? Here you go. It's right here. So yeah, Fubo spoiled me with recording to the point where I hate Hulu's live TV recording, and that's it. Fubo does have a few navigational quirks, but they've been there since the first time around when I was using Fubo, so I'm not too annoyed with them, but compared to the craptastic interaction, the failed function of Hulu plus Live TV, I'll take it. The worst one now is that Fubo will suddenly quit while I'm watching a channel. From the end of one program to the start of the next, about 1 minute into that next show, Fubo will just quit. And I have to restart the app from Roku and navigate back to what I was watching. Now, this never happened when I was signed up with Fubo previously, but it's happening almost all the time right now. And it's really annoying. I've submitted a trouble ticket for it. It's been about 5 days and I haven't heard word one back from Fubo about it yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. So, this weekend, the first weekend of June, I switched back to Fubo. I dropped Hulu Live TV and I switched back to Fubo. Yeah, I'm paying, I think, an extra $15 a month, which is annoying because maybe that means I'll have to drop Netflix totally. I don't know yet. But yeah, so Hulu Live TV gone. I'm back with Fubo. I get Masson, I get the FanDuel Sports South and Sports Southeast, and I get CBS Network, which I can watch UEFA tournaments and poker. So, go figure. So this June, we'll see how things go. I should be able to watch all of the friendlies in soccer and the World Cup qualifying matches. So we'll see where that goes. Right now, I'm happy with the variety that Fubo provides me because I can watch English Premier League games. I can watch Serie A, which is Italy's Premier League. I can watch the Scottish Premiership. And that surprised me. And I can also watch all of the UEFA and the CONCACAF tournaments as well. But after seeing Celtic play in the U.S. last year, like every I think twice a year or once a year, English Premier League teams come to the U.S. to play sort of friendly games. But they also brought over Celtic one year and they brought over Wrexham another year. I started following Celtic because I liked that team a lot. And yes, I am starting to follow both Wales and Scotland in the FIFA qualifying. So, yeah. Also, I don't know where Luka Modric is going to end up, but he's leaving Real Madrid. And I've always liked watching that guy. So hopefully he'll end up on a team in a league I have access to. We'll see. So Fubo not having the Discovery networks and the WB networks, I don't think I'm missing them anymore. Because now, and this was not true a year ago, or I should say 8 months ago, all of the Discovery Network shows are available in HBO Max now. They weren't all there before. Now they are. That means all of the Science Channel shows, all of the Investigation Discovery shows, and all of the Food Network shows are on HBO Max, which I already have. So I do not need to watch those networks live anymore. So yeah, I've downgraded my Hulu back to the cheap Hulu Disney Max bundle, and I will start enjoying my sports on Fubo again. I am curious to see what the merger between Hulu Live TV and Fubo brings about. As long as they keep the features and the navigational functionality of Fubo and throw whatever Hulu excuses for those are out the window, I'll be fine. And they absolutely better not add ESPN Plus to anything. If they do add it, it better be a separate optional package that I can ignore. Don't force ESPN Plus on me. Don't do it. I will fume. Oh my goodness, I'll be so pissed. But yeah, that's my TV rant. My only other option to get Liga MX again is to pay for VeeX on Amazon. And I really am not looking forward to paying Amazon another $5 a month just to watch Liga MX games on TUDN. But I have a little while before I have to decide that. Liga MX Apertura 2025 doesn't start until July. So I got to figure out something by then. But so I can watch Liga MX live again, watch my teams, Santos Laguna, Cruz Azul, I will. I hate the idea of giving Amazon more money, but for Liga MX, I may have to. But that's it. I hope my rant entertained. How do you guys deal with the juggling of so many changes in cord cut channel providing? I mean, it's getting ridiculous these days. But let me know. You can call in a voicemail at 602-635-6976 or shoot me an email, summer@sliceofscifi.com, and hopefully we'll have some more non-specific science fiction and horror content for you here. I have a lot of things to rant about, and I don't mind sharing. Thank you all for listening. Take care.